I'm Marin, and this is Dr. Simon Middle from SMM Coaching and Consulting.
Thanks for joining us for today. We're going to talk about cultural alignment. Now, you may have heard of that and you're wondering, what does that all mean? Lauren, what are your thoughts?
Well, when I think of cultural alignment, I think of all the different pieces of your organization coming together to be cohesive and function well together. What about you?
Yeah, I think about those core components, right? Are your values actually part of your organization? Are they words on a wall and nobody really thinks about them? Or are they embedded in everything you do, from hiring, onboarding, retention, to process management, change management, whatever it might look like? Are your values actually embedded in that? So when you think about this idea of cultural alignment, what do you think are some of the absolute foundational pieces that good organizations really want to have in place?
Well, you've already mentioned values, and I 100% agree with that. I also think of your mission statement, and I think about how people are relationally interacting and treating each other. You know, the studies show that emotional intelligence is not just a soft skill. Emotional intelligence is actually one of the highest needed skills in the workplace. So I think about those relational components of saying, can I have a conversation with you that's respectful and set up for collaboration and innovation? Are there other things that come to mind for you?
Yeah, I think about how do leaders actually get embedded with these ideas, and how do they then apply them to the people they lead, the people they work with, both internally to organization, but also externally to the organization, and how does that spread so that every person, including our frontline staff, have that embedded into their workplace?
Yeah, I love that. We desire for every employee to feel seen, heard, and valued. And cultural competence, when we're really aligned, that sets up for everyone to have that experience to know I make a difference, I have impact in my field, and the other people around me really care.
Think about that for the organizations that you're in. Where do you feel the most cared for? And it's usually where people have an interest in what's going on with you.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Let me see what I can do to help you. How can I support you? That's the kind of leader that can really be helpful and effective. Now, it doesn't mean that they can always do that. Sometimes you just need to say, this is what we're doing. You know, this is kind of the direction we need to go to. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how we get there, but not necessarily are we going to have the conversation on we're not going to do that.
Yeah. As you're asking those questions, I'm wondering how those questions are resonating with you. So I'm going to kind of turn that back to us. If somebody wants help, if they're like, yeah, things are not culturally competent, if we're disjointed, what could we offer?
Yeah. So we at SMM Coaching and Consulting, we offer customized solutions to help you fill in those gaps, whether it's identifying your core values, or maybe it's time to revisit your core values. Maybe it's time to review your mission statement and say, does that really fit? Or maybe it's some leadership development. How do we help your leaders incorporate and integrate the values, the mission of the organization into who they are as leaders?
We think it's really important that leaders feel confident and competent in order to show up and be successful. And when they are on that piece, that foundational confidence, then they're able to bring those additional pieces to their team. So they're not only showing up for themselves, they're showing up for their team members, bringing them along, and then the whole organization is on a trajectory for success.
When this happens, you'll see innovation, collaboration, effective and efficient outcomes, and you'll see a change in how people feel being part of your organization, and also for your customers who use your services within your organization. The change is dramatic, and we are here to support that and take you to that next step.
We'd love to have a chat with you. Reach out, set up a free discovery call, and we can process and talk about what's going on in your organization and what skill sets and what support can we bring to you.
We look forward to hearing from you soon.